Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Sarana Kumar, Associate Professor, Department of Management Studies, SNS College of Technology, Coimbatore. So last session we discussed about the introduction about the strategic management. So in this session we are going to discuss what is the nature of strategic management. So now we are going to discuss nature of strategic management. So what in by nature of strategic management is nothing but dimensions of strategic management. So what are the dimensions? Goal setting, environmental analysis, strategy formulation, implementation, evaluation, and control. So these are the dimensions of strategic management. So goal setting, everyone know if you're going to start any organization, for example, any sector, we are going to setting the objective or setting the goal, then only you are going to run the business. So, in that business, everyone having the vision and mission. Mission is a long-term goal. Mission is a short-term goal. So, everyone having the objective only towards that, you have to achieve the objectives of the particular organization. So, goal setting clearly defining short-term and long-term objectives helps in aligning resources and efforts to meet organizational targets effectively. Environmental analysis, analyzing external and internal environment, including SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats analysis, is crucial in understanding market dynamics and competition. Strategy formulation, so developing actionable and measurable strategies based on the analysis ensure effective execution. Implementation, practical execution involves coordinating resources, managing change, and fostering a receptive culture. Evaluation and control, regular assessment of strategy effectiveness ensures that organization can pivot and adapt to changing circumstances. So, in that strategic management dimensions, nature, I mean that strategic nature of strategic management, it will be aligned with the design thinking methodology. So, last session itself we discussed about the design thinking. So, design thinking stages is nothing but empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and testing. So, we will see one by one. So, what are the benefits of strategic management? What are the advantages? Improved decision making, long-term sustainability, enhanced competitive advantage, increased efficiency, adaptability to change. So, improved decision making, strategic management provides a framework for decision making that aligns with the organization vision. So long-term sustainability, focusing on strategic direction ensures sustainability in the market. Enhance the competitive advantage, understanding market trend help organization position themselves favorably. Increased efficiency, aligning strategic goals with operational activity enhances productivity. Adaptability to change, so depends upon that. For example, in the current scenario, everyone they are using the AI. So we are also adapt to that AI. So organizations employing these practices respond better to changes in the environment. So what are the risks in strategic management? Uncertainty and volatility, resource limitations, resistant to change, technological disruption, overconfidence in planning. So these are all the risks or limitations in the strategic management. So uncertainty, anything will happen. So the ever-changing nature of market can lead to unforeseen risk, making strategic plan absolute and misalignment. For example, if it is a best example for Corona. So at the time of Corona, so all the businesses it's going down apart from the digital marketing. So resource limitations, organizational resource may not always sufficient to implement ambitious strategies, leading to gaps in execution. Resistant to change, employees may resist new strategies undermining their implementation. Effective change management practices are essential to overcome this challenge. Technological disruption. Rapid technological advancements can render existing strategies ineffective, necessitating constant reassessment and adaptation. Overconfidence in planning, relying excessively on strategic plans without considering emergent opportunities or threats or difficulties can lead to strategic failures. So, last session itself, I discussed about the design thinking stages. So, design thinking, empathize, define idea, prototype, and testing. So, empathize is nothing but problem identification. Understanding the stakeholder needs through interviews or surveys help identify critical areas for strategic focus. ensure relevance in strategic initiatives, define, articulating the core problems faced by the organization. So which one is the major problem they are facing in the organization? You have to identify in the define as the groundwork for targeted strategies that address specific challenges effectively. Ideation is nothing but you are going to conduct that in that problem. What are the ideas? What are the, for example, if you're going to conduct that brainstorming session, so to generate innovative solution encourages creative thinking and collaboration, potentially leading to breakthrough strategies. So you're having number of solutions. You're going to select the best solution is the ideate. And prototype, developing a low fidelity prototypes of strategic initiatives allows organization to test concepts before full scale implementation, mitigating risk. And finally, you're going to test that iterative testing of strategies through pilot projects. Pilot is nothing but before, if you're going for that main project, it's a pilot. You have to test in that small quantity of that survey, small quantity of persons. You have to conduct that pilot survey. So ensures that potential weaknesses are identified and addressed, enhancing the likelihood of success. So what are the practical examples in strategic management? Like many organization in that last session itself we discussed, like Apple, Coca-Cola, Netflix, Amazon, and Tesla. So in the I'm going to choose in that I'm going to choose the Tesla strategy formulation around sustainability and innovation in electric vehicles. So EV vehicles, it's another popular. First they are introduced in that innovation EV vehicle by Tesla, so showcases how a clear vision can lead to market leadership and advocacy for strategic environment practices. So these are the references I have seen that to prepare this PPT. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all.